Dámy a pánové, já vás vítám u videa z herní série Hogwarts Legacy. Doufám, že si videjko ze školy čar a kouzel v Bradavicích náležitě užijete a enjoy! Tak si dáme tady ten vedlejšáček. Kde je vchod? Tu je vchod.
Glad you came.
Revelio. Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Pustit, když byl nemocný. No. Tak ukaž. Ale. To je fakt, tam jsem ještě nebyl. Cožky polovida. Je noc? Je noc. Víceméně. Takže super. Troška polovida se hodí. Jenom se dostat někam mimo. Teď můžu na koště a zmizet. Už ještě ne.
Revelio.
Jo, solně vydejte to nic. Ještě ne. Údolí prasinek. Už. Údolí prasinek, no.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Revelio.
Tak co tu máme?
Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Interakce. Pozor, bláto plas.
Up
off on another adventure, are we?
Když ho pozorují, tak
Wonder who
bychom
lives
se na ně měli dát majzla.
Beaumont should have returned by now.
Každopádně.
Had by dark wizards he was.
To je další vedlejšák.
Can be done.
Ale to, co chci, je tady. Ten jeden jediný kousek. Šup.
Mine now, demiguys. Revelio.
Tak, pojď, demiguys. To je všechno, co tu mají. Truhlož. Jo, to jsem stihl tak nějak začíná rozednívat. Žádný další by to snad ani být neměl.
Dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you! How wonderful! The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Černovřez mám taky u sebe.
Revelio.
Bardo Beaumont
Budiš,
should
no.
have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Tak. Tady domek je pěkně plný. A nemá zámek. Ojojoj. Sestra. Budíš, zmínka o trolovi. Jablko.
Revelio.
No jo, důchod. Další. Nevinná čarodějka a modré zvonečí chcíply. Úvahy bývalého bystrozora. Konec zahradničení, hezké. A jo, tady je sluha. Vydá ho. Co máme pěkného tady? Co má nic. Tohle je co? Skotské bludiště. Co to teda je? Se na to podíváme blíž. Bludiště. Aha. No tak co by ne. Poklad v něm vidím, že, ale... To je tak jediné. Horší bude ta správná cesta k němu. No. Zajímavý. Moje nyní. To zajímavá věc, no. Aha. Počkej, to se chytá. Pojď sem.
Do cooperate, won't you?
Neutíkej, tebe ještě nemám. Buď rád, že tě nemusím zabíjet.
Everything's all right now.
Dobře, fialová rpucha. To je bílá.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Moje nyní. Má obří fialová rpucha obřího fialového pucha? O, kdo ví? Já vím, že hezky se ziskem prdám. Tak. Můžeme jim najít nový domov. Značka. On si je někdo koupí. Tak, davaj. Ještě je tu něco. To je jedna brašna. A to vypadá, že tady nic moc nebude. Kde nic. Žrapuchy se hodí. Bludiště za mnou. Baráky jsem, no, nevyluxoval jsem všechny. Tam se ještě budu muset na něco podívat, co tam zůstalo. Beware spiders. To vypadá jako přesně místo, kam chci jít. I když mám jít nahoru a ne dolů.
Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection.
Čoko. Dám zvěromágu. Černokněžnici 12 ze 70, no. Máslový ležáček for free. Tak, co tu máme? Jo, ovládání 2. A denivky. Super. Jsem si říkal, tohle nemůže být zas tak prázdný. A nejde sundat.
This must be the cabin Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Revelio.
To je nějaký lano dolů. Jo, to vypadá chutně. Hned ze vstupu.
Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Ah, that's all the hall comes for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Jo, tady ty kaktusy chce. Kaktusoidy.
Revelio.
Tak, davaj. Kytka se tam spokojeně roste. To vypadá, že chcou chytit něco velkého. Že by tam byl troll.
Revelio.
Tak nějak na to trolla bych to aj typoval. Tam mám jít, takže tam nic.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
Nic. Tak jdeme dolů. Zjistně se jen tak nedostaneme.
Either I'll have to fight that troll.
No jo, no.
Confringo. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacier. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Potato. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacier. Finger. Depulsor. Glacier. Stupefy. Finger. Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacier. Depulsor.
Jo, to je 29.
Confringo.
Aha. Bomba.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Potato. Stupefy. Accio. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Potato. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Zajímavý.
Stupefy. Glacier. Finger. Expelliarmus.
Žebráku jeden.
That was a close one.
Revelio.
29 v úzkém prostoru bolí. Co mi vůbec popadalo? Zamčený. Zamčený. Takže ve finále nic extra. Tak, nic. Ale díra. Kterou stejně neprojdu. Takže ok. Tady se dalo zmizet. A jo. Zajímavý. Taká malá schovka. Ještě někde něco? Ne. Tak, veverka nic. Kotlíkové koláčky, no. Počkat, to bude východ, takže... To vidím, že ještě tady dolutuju ten zbytek. Tady nic. A co máme tady pěkného? Aha. Tohle nic, ok. Ale tady toho bude povíc. Ještě něco? Ne. Tak jo, jenom dopisy a... To.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Dopisy. Večeře u 3 košťat. A už se to zmenšuje ty dopisy. Rowdy. Stejkový ledvinový koláč?
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
To si píš, máme všechno, můžeme jít zpět. Ale tu vesnici jsem ještě nedočistil. Tam ještě budou mít nějaký dobrý goodies.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Chudák pes.
Revelio.
Oni jsou nahoře dole. Kam tohle vede? Tady dolů. Jednorožec. Jednorožec, to je věc, kterou chci si tam hodit. Takže pojďme. On tu je dokonce. Šest. No potěž plotev. Ale je tam. Máme jednorožce. A zmizel mi v tašce. Co bylo tady to druhé? To byl jednorožec, tohle. Měsíčníky mám už, to nic. Tuším, že to už jsem chytal zrovna. To budou ty malé potvory. A nějaký symbol na stromě.
Be it upon your heads when our expectations our fortune.
Šmik. Jo, cápek už se mi tady vrací. Jeden rychlej proces.
I prefer the latter. You have come out. This is almost too. One in Berlin. I heard something.
Slyšel jsi něco? Aha, už cípl.
The bees around here can sleep a bit easier now.
No jo. Dobré, už chtěl chcípnout.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about a Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you.
To jsou dva questy
And
knihy.
yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
Nebo hůř.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the... Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Budu v obchodě, kdybych si s ní chtěl pokecat. No, to zjevná úplně Nechci. Aha, dobře. No. Jdu to odevzdat. Cože sem. Pak můžeme pokračovat v té dědině. Ty vedlejšáky další. Nebo posunout hlavní quest. Taky možnost. Co řekne?
Seems he's been burgled.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice.
Dámy a pánové, doufám, že se vám videjko líbilo, tady to aktuálně pro dnešek zapíchnu. Nezapomeňte hodnotit, komentovat, dát odběr a na viděnou u dalšího videa.